Hello guys, welcome back to episode 2 of FIFA Soccer Manager. If you watched the first one and you did enjoy it and you're interested in subscribing, please do. I'd be very grateful. I don't normally ask those who watch the videos know that I feel uncomfortable doing this sort of thing, but I'm getting very close to my 500 subscriber goal, and I've got a special episode in the making that will be filmed soon to celebrate that. You might hate it, you might love it, but it's going to be a much longer playthrough of one of the games where you get to see every game in a season, just to give you a bit of a reason to maybe subscribe. We're back here on FIFA Manager. FIFA Soccer Manager. I keep wanting to call it FIFA Club Manager because we've just moved from Total Club Manager. But this is the one that was Windows 95. I'm playing it on Windows XP. Can't get the 3D match engine to work. Thank you to a few people who give me suggestions because I did try them. I'm going to go straight in with a couple of things that we've missed. I say straight in. We're obviously on minute 1, or minute just gone into minute 2. I missed this completely last time. I said there was no way of setting tactics. That is not true. So at the minute I'm on normal. We've got attack. I can turn off or on play on the break. So I'm going to try playing on the break this time around. And the other thing that I missed was just a complete inability to buy and sell players. I didn't go into that. I didn't know how to sell anyone. I had seen the transfer list, but I didn't go into it. So here we are. We're in the transfer tab here at the bottom, and I don't know how I missed this. It might have been because my laptop was up in the way. I've got a different setup going this time, so it's easier for me to be looking at my screen. So we're going sell player. This is what I'm going to do. So I've got a couple of guys on here who aren't playing, who are worth quite a bit of money. Charles is worth 1.5 million, and he's not a very good rating. So I'm going to put him on the list, put on transfer list, and I'm going to do the same for, look at that, 20-year-old Nigel Quasi. I'm going to do the same for Steve Morrow and for Danny Maddox. Sorry, Danny. But I'm going to try and get some funds in because someone has suggested some players to me that go on to be pretty good in this game. So I'm very interested in trying and get someone out, get some money in, and get going. And then one thing I did miss with the tactics back on team selection is this biasing. So I've had a look in the manual because I do have the manual in here, and it's giving me a little bit of information. It's saying players who are tackling will do more of your donkey work, your water carrying, to use an Eric Cantona saying, than the ones who don't. So I'm going to take Sinclair, and I'm going to say I want you to be much more on the ball. I would have hoped that would have changed some of this. And so this is less tackling, more getting the ball, and that's all I'm going to change for now. I've not played any matches since you last saw me. So we're just going to have a look at the next couple, and we're going to generate match because, like I said, the 3D engine isn't working, but we're going to see how we get on. So we're away at Ipswich. Look, they've got Craig Forrest, Thompson, John Walk still playing, Sedgley, Mowbray, Ellis, Mason, Milton, Slater, Uhlenbeek. He seems to crop up so much on this channel. Andy Maffey, was it? Richard Wright, he'll be a youngster on this. They've got a nice outlook. They've got a nice training pitch out here. A nice little five-a-side. So let's see. Oh, we've lost. So passing has not been good. I've had a few shots on target. Let's have a look at the scorers, though. Milton has got both of their goals. And let's have a look at Sinclair. Has he done... I wouldn't see him as getting more involved. He's still attempted 2 tackles, even though I kind of turned that down. We'll have a little look at. I'm gonna very quickly speed through 5 games, and then we'll have a little stop and we'll have a little look and see what we're gonna do going forward to see where we are. See if we can get one of these players sold as well. So let's go back out. So we've played games 6 now. Not surprised that he was man of the match. Let's have a look at the training. So Wednesdays they're not doing anything. Saturdays they're not doing anything. So we're not doing any type of tactics, are we? You know, I feel like Friday. He can stay on handling. I feel like Friday should be a practice match. Where's that gone? Training match, not practice match. Is it risky to play a training match a day before a game? I suppose it probably is, isn't it? But let's give this a try and see if it makes any difference. I wonder if there's a way of being like, get the old team on this. I suppose the training match is very important for these guys that aren't playing as well, because I have picked up the there's like an energy rating, so I presume that's going to be coming down. Jesus, you don't realise this is a big squad. What a big squad this is until you're being made to individually click on every one of them. Now, I've not got any goalkeepers in the practice match there. Hopefully my version of Roy Keane isn't going to come along and shout at me. But let us... What day are we on here? We're on Tuesday, and the next match is Saturday. So let's do a click. View today's results. Yep. I want to have a look at that energy rating right before. Oh, it's taking me straight through. I've been stitched up there. I was going to say I wanted to have a little check of that before we go into the game. But we're going to go into this game. Is Norwich next to the beach? They've got the stadium nice and correctly coloured. Oh, we're on a right losing to it. Look at this passing. That is dreadful. O'Neill. Dave, right, so we're gonna have to do so. I tell you what. I'm entirely gonna blame this on the next fixture is the first leg of a League Cup tie. Thank you very much. I'm going to blame this entirely on my orders. Let's get rid of that. Let's have a look back. So look, we've already got a few people starting to flag. So John Spencer, you've not scored yet. Let's take you out. Let's see if I'm smart enough to do a transfer, to do a sub. So I've changed something there. Oh, is this what I want to do? So Slade, I put him to right midfield. I don't want him right midfield, do I? Because he's a forward. And who do I want him on for? I've absolutely lost the plot here, haven't I? 10. Right, and then because I've moved him to right midfield, he's naturally gone to right for midfield. So let's put this back to forward. So Slade in. Now, how would I put someone on the bench? So say I wanted Morrow. There we go. Oh, so it's got squad numbers. So let's put Morrow there. And let's get Murray on the bench as well. Now let's have a look at the rest of my squad. Is there anyone else? So morale was there. I've got energy. Energy is okay. I've got McDonald as a 75. That feels go a completely arbitrary thing, but I'm like, oh, that's too low. So let's get him out. Let's find... What have we got? We've got Yates and we've got Chalice. Let's get Chalice in. I've clicked the wrong thing again, so I want to click Chalice and I want to get rid of Yates, don't I? I think I got rid of the wrong person. I have got rid of the wrong... I need to start remembering who is who. So it's number 5 I wanted rid of. He's in the shop window. Let's get him on. So we've got Maddox in there now. He's quasi a left midfielder. No, he's a defensive midfielder, isn't he? Look, that's his best position. So let's get that check. I'm just going to have a check through and check there aren't any other players like this that should clearly be playing a different role. This is crazy, isn't it? That some of these aren't set up. Like, you know, a very loose use of the word crazy. Unusual. So yeah, he is a right back. He can also play left back. He can play central defence. So that system is a bit more in depth than I realised. What is Murray then? Because I feel like I changed him. He's an attack. Well, he can play. Look, he can play defensive midfield at 70. So he's kind of all over, isn't he? Who have I got? I've got Quasi in at DM. Quasi can play DM 6. Right, let's go into another match. It's League Cup. When is it? It is Wednesday. So this click might take us straight there. Oh, here we go. You have received an offer from Hajduk Split. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. It had to be a team that was unpronounceable for me, for Charles. You placed him on the transfer list for 1.458,400, and they have offered you 1.458,400. Do you wish to accept this offer? Yes. Yeah, Spartak. Morrow, you are going to love it in Russia. You come back over for the Northern Ireland games. Look at this. Charlton. I don't think Danny Maddox was he at Charlton or did he go to Charlton? It's thematically important to me that this happens then, on the off case that that's a chance. I'm now missing a player anyway, so just put him in. He was due to make, I keep clicking on that, he was due to make his big debut. Now he doesn't need to. So let's get, I'll tell you what, let's bring Yates in. Because the League Cup in it. And where's me right back? Where's me backup right back? We've now got a little bit of coin. There he is. I've done it again. Sorry, people, if that's driving you insane. So I've got some money out. You need 3 substitutes for this match. Let's get Nigel on the bench. Not that it makes subs for me, as you've noticed. So here we are, at home versus Portsmouth. What they've got? They've got Knight, Andy Thompson, Orford, Butters, Whitbread, Hillier, Wood, Carter, McLaughlin, Turner, Walsh, Flavahan. Felt like he was there forever. And then that'll be Dion Burton, won't it? Again, he'll be a youngster. So good view of the ground from these flats. And we've drawn 0-0. Our passing stats are atrocious, so I'm gonna have to have a look at something there. But we've got a little bit of money now. Let's have a look. How much have we sold? How much have we made? So we've made a decent bit of money there. It's the merchandise here that I want to see. Here we go. Units sold 733. Unit price 20. Sale price 32. Total income 28,000. £8,000 profit. I've got absolutely loads of stuff left, so I've put that down to 0 for the time being. So let's go into finances and let's just check that. Right, monthly stock order. Yeah, I put it at 0 for now. We're not going to go into loans. The player styles. So let's put it on. I'm going to take him off shoot on sight. I still want him to run with a ball. Barker. Passing game. Passing game and possession game. Let's try putting these on possession. Let's see if we can get those passing stats up. Let's see if we can have more of the ball. I feel like we're playing quite direct at the minute. We've got 3 million. I did want to have a little delve into the transfer market, so I tell you what, let us do that. So here we are, transfer market is this little player here, and we come in here and we've got these other players currently on the transfer list. Right, guys, so this is one of the players who was recommended to me, Ayaz, I believe that's pronounced. He's currently at PSV in Holland, but he's 2.6, and whilst I can see that he's obviously a promising talent, I don't really have the budget for that at the minute, so I'm going to just cancel off of him. I'm going to go to transfer listed players, and let's just turn that off. And so here are all the players on the transfer list at the minute. So we've got David Holdsworth on there. So the Holdsworth brothers, again, people who frequently come up on this channel. But we just have a little scan through here. I'll tell you what, let's filter this by position to start with. Let's have a look at goalkeeper. So these are all the goalkeepers for sale. Walter Zenga, that's taken my eye. I've mentioned before, he was a bit of a hero of mine. Player, not manager. But he's 520k for a 36-year-old, despite that being a pretty big upgrade on who we've got in at the minute. Now this is to Kafka, the Czechoslovakian, the Czech Republic. In fact, appreciate that they changed the name, which they've not attempted it now. So he's 1.1, he's 24. Let's have a look at defence. So I feel like midfield is probably where we need to strengthen with how we're going at the minute. So who have we got on here? We've got a few. We've got Marlon Brooms. Holdsworth, who we saw before. We've got Mark Edworthy. We've got Emerson. He was never a right back, but he's also 3.3 million. I'm not even going to attempt that. So sorry if you were hoping I would. So a few options there. Got Belotti, not the current one, obviously. Who is this? Oh, Vicenza, of course. Let's have a look at midfield. So not much in terms of midfielders for sale. All defensive mids. None of them would improve us. Let's have a look at forwards, because this is what's going to win us game. Look, we've got Van Kasteel from Bastia. He's nearly 7 million. I've never even heard of this guy. I'm like, are these real players from this era that I just don't remember? or are these made up? Are these regens? I'm going to need to look into that. So, not a lot there, to be honest. So I'm going to hold on to my 3.2 million. I'm going to see how we do then. Got Huddersfield away. Right, so I've left the defenders in who played in that League Cup game. There is nothing in Huddersfield here. So I wonder if this is when the new stadium opened, because it's more on the outskirts. You can see it from the motorway, can't you? I feel like, unless I'm getting that confused. Let me know if I'm mixing that up. But I feel like I drive past that when I drive between Sheffield and Manchester Way. Unless you say, Kev, your geography knowledge is worse than your pronunciation of players with even slightly unusual names. But let's have a look what they've got. So they've got Francis Neal, Sinnott, Parker, McKell, not familiar with him, Burnett, Cosby. That'll be Rob Edwards, will it? Dave Beresford, Marcus Stewart, and then Browning, then Norman Scully and Whittington. So not a squad I'm overly familiar with other than a few names. And I don't remember Edwards being at Huddersfield. But I presume that is him, unless it's a different Edwards. And we've got a 2-2 draw. And the passing has got even worse. So look, they've had 16 shots, 9 on target. We've had 5 of 5. So our consistency is good. We'll check who scored these in a minute. But this is a real concern. So we've got Impey and Sinclair. Sinclair's finally scored and Impey's finally scored. So that's decent at least. Sinclair, he's not really getting any more of the ball. So we're gonna rest him in the next game. I'm gonna try a more orthodox position for him as well, just in case that is what's causing it. But let's have a look at the league table. So we are in 18th. We've got 9 points. We're not doing dreadfully, but we want to be up here, don't we? Look, Swindon. Well, how many points are we off of the final playoff place? So we're still in this. Manchester City, if you're a youngster watching this, yeah, not an error. That's where they used to be. In with Grimsby, Oxford, now back at this level. So where is my? Let's see what's. We're not going to have anything from here, are we? Right. So let's have a little tinker. So I'm worried that this is contradicting. So let's get run with the ball off for these guys. He's not even got it on. That's interesting. Because I have subbed him in, he doesn't have stats. Now I quite like that, because you don't always make a like for like sub, even if you're bringing on a midfielder in real football. So I've got him on run with the ball. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's click up. Now my thoughts on this are I'm quite into this game. I'm going to put him let's try him as a support striker, so he's up there with the forwards, because I've got another support striker on the bench, I believe. What are these guys like? Look. Spencer can play a support striker. So let's have a bit of a tinker. Let's get Sinclair out for the time being. So what is he? Is 11. I nearly did it again though, didn't I? So let's get him rested. Let's put him on the bench, because I don't think it does anything. Apologies if you can hear my clicking. Let's get Murray. Are we going to bring Murray? Let's get Murray on for Barker. I'm not happy with Barker. And let's just check that we've got Barker in his actual position. Well, so he's more of a defensive midfielder, so possibly on me. But we've got like a kind of loose 4-3-3 happening here. And let's see how we do with this. So in the Super League Premiership, Derby 1, Aston Villa 3. Can we see who scored any of these? No, we can't. Right, current date is Tuesday. When is our next day? Our next match is Saturday. So I imagine we're going to jump straight from here. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this now. Oh no, there's some Wednesday fixtures. I do have a calendar somewhere, don't I? So it's not massively helpful for me. We've got that League Cup game coming up though. Let's have a look at the next match. So here we are. We've got Port Vale Another beach. Let's see, can we beat these? What have they got anyone we need to be worrying about? They've got Ian Bogey, and they've got Neil Aspin as well. So, oh, and Danny Glover, the actor. So, hopefully he's not too old for this. Sorry. There we go. We've won the passing and we've won the game. We've not won the shots on target, but we've won the shots on target that went in. And I feel like that's quite an important part of football. Right, so Spencer, welcome back to the team. Spencer and Murray, tactical genius. There we are. Trevor, am I going to leave Trevor Sinclair out? I might do. Let's see what's happening with their energy if we get a bit further on. But I feel like we needed that. It's quite early in the year, but look, we didn't want to get cut adrift. So we want to be where Southend is. We don't want Southend being there. Who wants to see Southend in the Super League? Sorry, Southend fans. Now, there's a part of my brain that's like, I'd love to see that. I love random and odd teams getting into the top division. We've got Oxford. This feels like a brilliant time to have a little finish of this. And we've got another hero of the channel, which is Matt Murphy. So the guy I mentioned before, in real life, I used to sponsor. So let's have a look at their team. They've got Whitehead, Robinson, Gilchrist, Darren Purse, Foda, Massey, Joey Beecham, Bobby Ford, played for us on Sheffield United, Nigel Jemson. Can't remember this guy's first name. Then Aldridge, then Jackson Smith, and then the aforementioned Matt Murphy, who I've mentioned. If you missed that, I used to be the actual sponsor for him when he was at Corby Town prior to going to Oxford. When I would want to say I was about 9 years old, possibly younger, back when I was a Corby Town season ticket holder. Oh. This is a worry. So I'm going to go away off camera. I'm going to look into that. R. Murray has scored, but Jemson put them one up, and then Aldridge, not John, has given them the win with the 70th minute. So we're only level for what, 6 minutes of the game? Well, 7 if you count the first minute. So let's check the league table. There we are, 16th place, and that is it for episode 2, guys. I'm going to have a play, try and get some signings in, and I'm going to come back at game 22 because it's the championship. I'm going to get a bit further on. Thank you to people who watched that first episode and said you were happy for me to go ahead with it even without the match highlights. Hopefully you've enjoyed me clicking through. I don't know if you can hear the actual sounds because, like I said, they're coming from the laptop. I have no way of getting that into my capture card at the minute. But there's some nice, like, video printer. Sounds like a fax machine now going on in the background. If you can't hear that, I'll try and get it on camera for next episode. Camera on mic for next episode. I might get another mic over or just turn it up. But thank you very much. Hopefully you're enjoying the playthrough. Please shout out a few more suggestions for transfers for me. And I will see you on episode 3, where hopefully we've managed to climb into the top half and to sort out either winning without passing or passing to get us winning.